It's really hard to win on the road in conference, so we're really fortunate to get a road win in conference against a ranked, really good football team, really well-coached team by Coach Brom. Classy team. They play the game the right way. Got a lot of respect for them. But, man, just proud of our guys. You know, we wanted to start fast. We did, and I was proud of our guys taking the lead half. We knew they'd make a run, and that's what happens when you're on the road. They did. Third quarter wasn't great for us. You know, we moved the ball on offense and didn't get a lot of points. I think we got 3 and missed one. And they hit some big plays. But fourth quarter, our guys did what we talked about all week, was finishing each play. Just finish was the mindset of the week. Finish each play so we can finish the game. When we got to the fourth quarter tied, they had the ball in our territory. Our defense bowed up. I think we got a 4th and 1 stop. We had to punt. We got another stop. We had a 90-ish yard drive on offense. It was big, was clutch. Thought Kevin made some big plays. I thought, and most importantly, we ran the football on that drive. And then our defense got them on the ground on explosive late. They made a great call on 4th and short. And then got the big sack. I think the 3 sacks for us, no sacks for them, which is a tribute to our O-line and Kevin for extending some plays. And just fired up to be 2-0 in conference going into the bye week.
What goes into an 89-yard drive like that and just mixing it up and getting back on track?
You just had to make it 89 instead of 90. I was just generalizing, Billy.
I think that's a big number.
It is. No, well, especially when, you know, we played pretty well in the first half on offense. I think we punted once and moved the ball well. We're explosive. We finished more drives. Second half, we were struggling once we got past midfield to finish the drives. You know, credit them. They made some good adjustments. Some of it, some self-inflicted stuff from us, but you know, we didn't have a lot of momentum offensively, and our guys just locked in. I think we did a better job. You know, our staff made some good adjustments. We'd struggled a little bit running the ball with the running game if Kevin wasn't, and we did. We ran the ball. I think the first 3 plays we ran the ball, got a first down, made some plays. Kevin had a big 3rd down and 6 or 7 scramble, and then you know Bouchard finally busted a big run. Junior had a big run, and then LJ came in and finished it off. So I think the balance was key, you know, on that drive, which is who we want to be, and we just had struggled a little bit in the 3rd quarter with that.
Kevin's just looks better every week. And what do you have to say about his performance today?
Awesome. I was told he's the first SMU quarterback since 2014 to have over 200 passing, over 100 rushing. He was 281. He was 22 of 28 for 281 yards.
I'm sorry, what year? 2018?
2014.
10,000.
That's what I was told. You know, 22 of 28 is super efficient, and we were throwing it down the field a lot more this game. We missed just a couple of them that were close to. Had 2 really close ones to Jordan. One, the Keyshawn kid made a great play for them. But he was efficient, starting from the first play of the game. And then obviously some big scrambles, some big runs. I mean, the big touchdown run. They zeroed us out on 3rd and 2. And I think we said on the headset when we saw they were zeroing us out, it's either we're going to be short or we're going to score a touchdown. Thank God we scored the touchdown. And just calm. I mean, you know, it got loud in the 3rd quarter and we were struggling a little bit. As he should on the road, and you wouldn't know any different from him. You know, he was like playing with nobody in the stadium. So, really proud of him.
When Kevin got dinged, you brought in Preston for a play. It would have been easy to just hand the ball off. Any hesitation to make that call for the back shoulder throw?
No hesitation at all. I mean, who has someone like Preston Stone to step into that situation? We do, and just really cool. You know, we had a run play called on the 5, not because Preston was in, but because we were on 5. We false started, backed us up. We called an RPO. We had a run play with a glance called, and as we do a lot, and Preston, who hasn't played much lately, obviously cold, sees their pressed inside leverage, checks to the fade, and 1 play, 1 touchdown. Pretty cool.
Has Jennings played better this year than he played today?
Probably not. I think he's gotten better with each game. You know, I don't. When he came in at BYU, I don't think he played bad, but we didn't win. And then I think he played really good, efficient ball against TCU. Made the plays that were there. Just kind of like, you know, we kind of say here as our quarterbacks, we want them to be like point guards. You know, we want them to just distribute the ball to their playmakers, run the show. They're the maestro, if you will. They don't have to do it all. There's going to be 4 or 5 plays a game that they got to make wild plays. 3rd and 6 today. A couple of his scrambles. And for the most part, just do your job, get the ball where it needs to go, trust your teammates. He did that. You know, then we played Florida State like it was lights out, and then today on the road, even better. So, no, really proud of him. I think he's getting better and better each game.
Your defense, particularly in the second half and the fourth quarter, They moved the ball, but boy, did you come up with a lot of key stops.
Yeah.
Talk about who did well, you thought, and
Yeah, I think our whole unit, like I said, the third quarter, they made a great run, both sides of the ball for us. We could have been better, but we got to the fourth quarter, and our guys were really intentional on finishing. They believe in what we do, and they believe in each other. And I think they had the ball, 30, 40-yard line going in to start the fourth quarter. And we ended up getting a 4th and 1 stop. We shut them out in the fourth quarter. We got 3 timely sacks in this game, got the turnover at the end. Like I said, I know we gave up 2 or 3 explosives we'd like back, but they kept getting them on the ground. I think we held them to 2 critical field goals in the first half. That's big. In a game like this, with a really good offense, they're going to move the ball, get them on the ground, hold them to 3. We did that. And then in the fourth quarter, to pitch a shutout when it mattered, that was really huge. So I think our D-line started setting the tone. We got after the passer. We were able to stop the run, and we made the plays in the back end.
What were those momentum swings like for your team in terms of their demeanor during it? They come out and start passing, and then they swing back eventually.
It was like a conference road game in the Power Four. This is how they're all going to be, but we've never been here before. And so for our kids to respond the way they did was awesome, because that's how it goes. When the momentum swings on the road, it just feels a lot more dramatic than it is because the crowd's against you, right? And so for our guys to just not flinch and just keep playing, and the moment never got them up. A lot of teams are up 24-11.5, 27-20, 27 all, going in the fourth quarter, all the momentum with the home team. It's really easy to fold and come in here and go, man, we played really well. We had our chances. We got to learn to finish on the road. And our guys kind of just stood up and said, no, we're going to finish now. So I'm really proud of them.
You've talked a lot this season just about the growing pains that come with moving to a Power 4 conference. And you probably had the toughest 3-game stretch in decades in this program with 3-0. How have you all been able to do this?
Our leadership on our team. It's their team. They did such a good job after that BYU loss, going for 15 days in a bye week after a loss. It stinks. So I'm really glad we're going into this one after a win. But they trusted each other. They trusted the coaches, staff. They trusted the process, and they just went one game at a time. And they just knocked off TCU, then Florida State, then at Louisville. And look, we haven't done anything yet other than put ourselves in position going into the second half of the season to play meaningful games. And, again, we still understand the growing pains, like physically week in, week out. We played 4 of those 10. We got 6 more to go. This bye week comes at a really good time because these last 3 games are really physical for us. But, as a coach, I can't put into words. I can't be any more proud of our guys. They're champions. I'm really proud of them.
Was this a game that you felt like the depth of the defensive line really kind of showed? It just seemed like they had times where they got going, but because you were rotating, it seemed like the one out.
I think so. I think when we can roll our 2 deep and there's no drop-off, that's a big deal. When we can play 4 safeties for 3 spots and not have a drop-off, and same thing at linebacker with those top 3 guys. Same thing at the skill spots on offense. I think our depth did win out, which was a big deal.
Halfway through his junior season, Colin Rogers passed Xavier Jones, Eric Dickerson, and Doak Walker to become the leading scorer in school history. And
He did that today?
Did that today.
Those are some big names.
Yeah, and did so by hitting a 55-yard career-long field goal. How do you characterize just how good he is and how much he means to you?
Well, I think the next step for him, we got to work on his celebration. Kickers aren't used to celebrating. He likes to. We got to get him some swag on his celebrations. But 55-yarder was big, right before half, I believe. So that's the one that broke. You said Eric Dickerson, Doak Walker, and Xavier Jones. That's some big time company there. He's been big for us this year. We put him in some tough situations. I think that was another 50-yarder was the only one he missed. He's been big for us this year, and that's a weapon offensively when you can be aggressive, knowing that once you get past the 40, you're in scoring range. It's a big deal in college football. So really proud of him, and like I said, he's not even halfway. He's just halfway through his junior year, so hopefully he's going to put some distance on those big names with that record, I think.
Isaiah to get that interception at the end, what can you say about him and just kind of that whole secondary kind of hanging in there today?
Look, quarterback's really good. They know how to dial it up. They put us in a lot of stressful situations. They hit some big plays, but they just kept battling, Thought our defensive line, like I said, in the fourth quarter really affected the quarterback, and we were able to get him on the ground and That's always scary. I mean, they throw the ball in the end zone with about 6 guys there. They could catch it. They could be PI, and they just attack the ball more than anybody else. So I'm proud of them.
Is there a common theme that you've seen from your team starting fast in games?
Well, we didn't start fast the first 3 weeks, so that's probably
Or the
coaching.
change?
Yeah, that's a coaching problem. But I think our last 3 games we've gone field goal, touchdown, touchdown. So, you know, I don't know if there's a common theme. We've been saying it since last year, you know, start strong, stay strong, finish strong. It's great, sounds good. Got to do it. We started strong and we finished strong today. And while there were some times in the middle, but they're good. That's going to happen. We hung in there and reserved the right to get to the fourth quarter and win the game. So, look, if you can start fast, especially on the road, it's a big deal. I think it was big that we went touchdown, they scored, we went right back down and scored. Like, offensively, we got out to a fast start. And then that allowed us to play good team ball. And in the second half, when we were struggling offensively, our defense had a bunch of stops in a row to kind of hang in there. So that's what good teams do.